When you talk to an MSP about insurance, it's very different from talking to an agent about it. Agents have been doing this their whole life. MSPs are like, I'm afraid to even talk about this and touch this because I'm not licensed, but it's a pain in my rear right now because MSPs were getting these new extremely complex cyber insurance applications because now carriers were asking all about security and they didn't know what to do with it. So it's like nurturing this, learning to speak this whole other language. What I like to say now is one of the things Fifth Wall does is we translate cyber insurance to cybersecurity, and we translate cybersecurity back to cyber insurance. So we want to help people understand how those two things speak to each other. And that's what I had to learn to do. So I became that translator. And over the course of that season, as I was building partnerships with MSPs and doing all this stuff, Wes Spencer was our channel chief, and he was doing stuff. He had a studio like this. I don't know if you've ever seen his videos. But he was very personable. He would speak at conferences, but he would also do videos, do podcasts, do webinars, all that educational stuff. But it was quality. And if you remember, I'm a pastor, so like me being able to take something I learn and teach it to others is something I very much love to do. And like when I'm studying the Bible and I have to convey that in a sermon on Sunday, like, dude, sometimes I have to really zero in because I figure out all this stuff like ancient language stuff, ancient regional context, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh man, I want to share all of it. And they're like, well, focus on your one point, right? So it's kind of tangent, but I wanted to be able to do that. And then,
that makes me want to listen to your sermons, honestly.
There you go. So then I
don't know if that's the right word. I think it is.
That's the right word. Okay. Yeah. But so I looked at Wes and I was like, dude, I want to do what you do, right? And he looked at me and he said, that's great. And he said the same thing Reed said to me when I said I wanted to be on the MSP side. He said, it's not what you were hired to do right now. So do what you were hired to do. And in your spare time, outside of work, start doing things to establish yourself as that other person. So that's when I became a memes as a service guy on LinkedIn and started just dropping cyber memes. And they were pretty lame at the time, classic like single image memes. And as I learned more, I started making them more complex and silly and fun. And but also always made the text of that post very much educational about cyber insurance. So it's like, here's Will's goofy side. Here's the serious stuff you need to learn from the goofiness. Right. And those two things kind of established who I was. And then I got, we had our kid and I had to build this soundproof office and I was like, finally making a studio. Let's make it cool. But it was all that's to say, I took 20 minutes just now to explain that this behind me and this persona that I've created and who I am, it's all pieces and the coming together of who I genuinely am as a person and just did not realize throughout my whole life. Like, it was like, oh, I'm really into tech. Oh, I did this insurance stuff. Oh, there's little pieces and how all those little parts of our lives can come together to form you into what you're going to be today. And it's really awesome.
And I think the reason people are so drawn to you and your content and your personality in general is because of how authentic you are. And even your pastoring ministry, maybe, I don't know, forgive me.
Both work.
Okay. I mean, you're speaking in front of, it's not easy to get up and talk in front of a lot of people. It's not easy to get up and, like you said, here's this, I'm very educated on the Bible and I'm going to give what I've learned over the course of your life to these people and illustrate it in a way where they can digest and take that information and go with it. You've taken every element of yourself and put it in a way that you're able to deliver it and your skills to people who need it. And I think it's tremendous. And I think it's a big, authenticity. I've talked about it on this show before. Authenticity really leads to success and it draws people to you because you can really enjoy what you're doing. So you get better at the memes, you make the good office, you go the extra, mile or whatever, because you actually are enjoying it. It's not like, oh, I can't wait to be done, and then people feel that and they're like, oh, this is genuine. This is actually, it's something you might've said even before the call. You were talking about somebody who has really good energy, and you might've said it on the call, but has really good energy and you never feel like they're trying to sell you. They're just being genuine. and
Yeah.
you have that energy, and it's because of, like you said, culminating everything into this.